Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. My name is Kanad, and you know I always say the Line 6 HX Stomp XL is probably the best piece of gear invented in the last decade. First of all, there's a couple of criteria that a piece of gear has to match in order for it to be qualified as the best invention ever. First one is to solve a problem, and this thing actually solves a lot of issues. You don't want to carry around a pedal board, this got you covered. Put this in front of an amp and you're gonna have a great time. Second thing is, if you're not allowed to have an amp on stage with you, or you just don't want to carry an amp, this got you covered. And just being practical doesn't make it the best piece of gear. The second thing for me is that it's really fun to play with. You have a lot of different sounds that you can explore, and it's just simply fun to play with. And since music is the art of listening, a piece of gear should sound good, and I think this sounds amazing. I mean, you can pull out any sound that you want from it, starting from a Dumble, from Blackface, Fenders, Marshalls. I think the HX Stomp XL does them perfectly. So if you're used to hearing yourself through studio monitors or in-ear monitors or headphones or PA systems, then you're gonna have a blast with it. And in this video, it's not gonna be a long one. I'm just gonna show you how I use it, like one of the ways that I use it, because I said sometimes I use it as a pedal board in front of an amp, and sometimes, like in this case, I use it as an all-in-one solution. Now, today we're gonna check the latter, or the all-in-one solution, and I'm gonna let you know how I build a preset. And you're gonna see how easy and fast it is to do so. And you can actually get lost because there's a lot of things that this can do, but in today's video we're gonna keep it simple. So for today's video, I'm playing this beautiful Maybach Teleman T54, gorgeous guitar, but today is about the HX Stomp. So I'm plugged from the guitar to the HX Stomp, and from the HX Stomp I'm going mono to my audio interface, and I'm monitoring everything with my studio monitors. I don't prefer headphones, although some people like headphones better than monitors, but I'm just not used to playing with headphones, and I like it even if the studio monitors are small, they still like give you some air, and that's what I like about them. So we're gonna jump to this camera right now, and we're gonna build a preset from scratch. So what we're looking for today is a Princeton, and we're gonna build a preset around that. So what I use and what I can utilize in a gig or just when I'm playing at home. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna clear all the blocks, and in order for you to do that, just press Action, go to the second page, clear all blocks, and this gives you a clean slate to work on. First thing that I want to do is I want to add an amp model and then a reverb, because as I've always said, I'm a reverb addict. So let's go ahead and do that. It's really simple to do that. Just press this button, go to the amp, and then select your amp. In this case, I said we're gonna go for a Princeton amp, so US Princess. We're gonna use the stock cabinets, everything like that, stock microphones. And I'm not gonna even play without reverb, so we're just gonna go to the end of the signal chain, and then we're gonna choose ourselves a reverb. I really like the Legacy 63 Spring. I used to have it on the small M9, I think it was. Yeah, it was an M9 or M5, in fact. It was like one of those small pedals. I really love that. Now I know the settings that I like. I like some more decay and just a tiny bit more mix. And I'm probably gonna be in the ballpark where I wanna be right now. So let's go to the amp. I think it sounds good right off the bat. So let's just add some drive to it. Let's push it a little bit. And just like in the real world, I have another video where I talk about these things. Is if you're running through a modeler, they're trying to model every component of that amp. So what you can do is you can just treat it like you would treat, for example, a Princeton in real life. Add some more gain to it and just take out some bass. So let's do that and see how that sounds. I think it sounds awesome, just as it is. But we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna add some more effects to it. Now, another effect that I like is a short slap or one repeat delay. And I like it to be a bucket brigade because it gives you that analog feel to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right before the reverb, go to the delay section, go to the mono section because I'm running mono, and then use a bucket brigade delay. So that sounds like this with the sock settings. It's just too much feedback. First of all, it's a long delay. You know what? We're gonna go for that Robin Ford sound. So just a tiny bit of feedback, short time. It's a lot of mix. So I mean, it's as you just need those 2 page buttons, and you can practically do anything with it. So yeah. I'm not going to use this effect a lot, so just look at this thing. You just do this, and you've assigned it to the foot switch. How cool is that? Like, that's the best feature of the HX Stomp in my opinion, because most people say, yeah, I like multi-effects units and modelers, but I don't like tinkering around. I need to get to my settings real quick. Can't get better than this because you just press it. Like, you only have 2 buttons, you have these 3 encoders, and you're good to go. There's nothing that you can do wrong. So I really like this feature, like the touch capacity buttons. It's perfect for a unit like this. So let's turn this off for the moment, and we're gonna add another delay, like a fun, longer delay. And in this case, I like a tape delay. So let's go through the delays one more time. Let's go mono again. Transistor tape, and this is most likely a longer delay. And again, I'm not going to use that effect all that often, so I'm just going to assign it to a foot switch. Just like this. You just hold it down for a second, press OK, and you're good to go. And again, as I said, if you want to tweak something, you just press it, and that's it. So you're going to go to the bucket brigade. You see, I didn't even notice that it went there. So you can go to tape, bucket brigade. It's as fast as that. It's as easy as that. Again, we're going to turn this off, and we're going to add another effect. Why not? So let's go for tremolo. I love tremolo. A Princeton normally has reverb and tremolo, so let's go for that. Let's go before the amp and find the modulations. I really like the harmonic tremolo, although we're just going to use the bias tremolo because that suits this amp a little bit better. It's really fun. The first criteria was sound. It has it. Second criteria is it's practical. Can't argue with that. And the third one is I'm having fun right now. So it's a good nomination for the best piece of gear ever invented. So again, let's assign this to a foot switch. We're not going to use it that often, so just don't do that. I'm going to turn it off just so we have it. You know, it's a preset that has to be versatile, and we can have all these effects. So let's save it, and here you go. That's it. Easy as that. Now some utility things. We're going to add a boost because sometimes you need to boost those solos. So really easy. Go here. And I like the boost before, after the overdrive. So that's what we're going to do. And I really like the kinky boost it's called. So we're going to use that. It's a really loud boost, so be careful with that. So assign it to a foot switch just so you have it. Whoop. Yeah. We're gonna turn down the drive a little bit, maybe add the brights. I mean, I just want it to be a really clean boost, so I can just like boost my solos or something like that. Now for the fun part is we can choose a distortion in front. And by this point, probably some of the distortion pedals are not going to be available, some of the models, because of the DSP. So we're going to go to the distortions and we're going to figure out what distortions are in there, still available, and some of them are not. So for example, the King of Tone with the two sides is not available right now because we have all that DSP used by the delays and the reverbs. And yeah, the Horizon drive, which is based on the Precision drive, is also not available, but most of them are. I mean, you have two delays, you have one reverb, you have a tremolo, an amp model. That's a lot. I mean, most of the units that you see nowadays, amp modelers and stuff like that, that are less expensive, they tend to have like a strict signal chain. So you can't have two delays if you want to, or two modulations. But that's what I also like about the HX Stomp. So you can basically have two or three things of the same category of effect. And again, that makes it more versatile than other modelers, so to say. Now, I really like the Timmy overdrive on this one. So I'm gonna find that and yeah, just engage it. And it sounds something like this. Alright, so let's just save that, and this is what we have till now. So notice I don't have a foot switch assigned for the reverb because I use reverb all the time and I don't want to like mess around with it. I don't want to change settings, so I just leave it as it is so I can save on one of the foot switches. And talking about foot switches, the other thing that I like about Line 6 is that they listen to their customers. They listen to their fan base, and a lot of people said, we love the HX Stomp and all that it does, but we just need more foot switches so we don't have to mess around with MIDI controllers and stuff like that. So that's exactly what they did. They made the unit bigger, and they added some foot switches with touch capacity, which is really important in my opinion. So as I said, that's another reason why I like Line 6 stuff. All right, so there we have it. We have another block left. You can use it for something else, for some other effect, but I think I'm good with this kind of setting because, I mean, I'm probably not going to turn on any effects whatsoever because I just like playing through an amp and reverb. So, but I have them, and if I ever need them, I can use this preset to do that. So another thing is that you also have a tuner, tap tempo, and I mean, it does everything for you. You can record straight into your interface. You can use it as an audio interface with the provided USB cable. So, I mean, there's nothing to complain really. So let's see what we got so far. We're gonna play all the effects again, and then we're gonna end the video. So this is the amp with the reverb. So here's a long tape delay. Really fun. The short delay, it's not that audible, but it just makes you feel better when you play it. So let's try the tremolo, and let's just engage the kinky boost as well. Really vibey. I really like this effect. And again, there's tons of different overdrives, tons of different modulations for you to check out, but I'm just going through the simple basics. All right, so let's keep the kinky boost and add the Timmy for some more overdrive, some more lead tone. that sounds really smooth to me. So there you have it. I mean, there's nothing much to say about it. It's perfect. It sounds awesome. It's really inspiring. I mean, just imagine having this unit and one guitar, and you can do any gig that you want. There's a lot of tones in it. We just did a simple tone here. If I wasn't talking to the camera, I'll probably get it in like 2 minutes or something like that. But if you want to fine tune your tone, there's a lot of different EQ options. There's a lot of different amp models, different effects that you can use. Even pro players use them. We've seen these, the original HX Stomp. We've seen it on a lot of pedal boards. Yeah, big thumbs up for me. Line 6 did an amazing job with this one. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do all the YouTube things. Share, like, comment, subscribe. That really helps me a lot. And I mean, yeah, if you like what I do here, please consider subscribing. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your patience, and stay safe. Have a good one. Bye-bye.